Still not much is known about the young artist, but we did our best to gather as much information as we could. And we'll definitely have an updated version of this video in the future. Jace is a 19-year-old artist from Fort Worth, Texas. Known for putting his heart on the sleeve in his music, Jace has gained a massive following in the recent months, going from roughly 28,000 monthly listeners on Spotify in mid-December, all the way to 1,156,754 at the time of this recording. Jace grew up in poverty. His father left him at the age of 7, causing him to get involved with the wrong crowd. Jace went on to state that he understood the situation, and he's still close to his father. Growing up, he was also a big gamer. Playing mostly on the computer, he took to GTA, and today, even has a Pac-Man cabinet in his house. Gaming is also how he would go on to meet Namir, formerly of YBN. He would also go on to meet Almighty J through a friend, and eventually would end up utilizing Photoshop to make cover art for the both of them. Although unfortunately, I couldn't find any examples of this for this video. Gaming is also what sparked the idea to give the spelling of his name a more abstract look, making his Xbox gamertag J4C3. When he was in 6th grade, he went to make an Instagram account stating that he didn't like the look of the letters in lowercase, prompting him to type IAYCE. As a child, Jace had to wait till Christmas or income tax time to get anything new, which he would save to get a snowball mic and a computer. At the age of 13, in late 2016, he would start rapping under the name TJ Doo-Wop. Inspired heavily by Chicago music like Chief Keef, FBG Duck, Juice WRLD, as well as the likes of Uzi and more. Jace nearly quit music after his equipment kept breaking, but kept going after his mom bought him a new mic. Eventually, he mastered the art of recording and mixing his own vocals, becoming well known for his presets and mixing skills. Due to many near-death experiences, he's prone to anxiety and has been diagnosed with PTSD.
I was shot at twice. Then I OD'd. I OD'd once. Then I was in juvenile with both of my ops who was in there for murder. I was selling weed and nigga, I trusted the nigga and he fucking stuck me up. You feel me? So like, just all that shit brought my anxiety out. Hearing gunshots, all that shit just, you know, all that shit.
At the age of 14, he overdosed on Xanax while sitting on a park bench by his middle school. He would wake up in an ambulance after being revived by Narcan, only to pass out from an intense anxiety attack, waking up again in the hospital. Unfortunately for Jace, he had his gun on him at the time, and being a minor, he was placed on probation for a year. It was around this time he got his first job at a local McDonald's. Jace would go on to have a couple more run-ins with the Grim Reaper after he was shot twice, most notably when he was 15 and he was shot at with an AK-47. Jace's music would eventually get him out of poverty, as he would go on to get co-signed by bigger artists like Summers and Can. Eventually, he would also end up signing with Interscope Records and moving out of Fort Worth, Texas, over to Houston, a city about a 4-hour drive south, where he would frequently go to shoot videos. But with success and money comes a new set of problems. Jace would go on to beef with Namir, calling him out on IG Live.
How you went from banging GD to Crip?
Bro, who are you, cuz?
Don't play like you don't know me. You remember me, bro.
I don't know you at all.
How you went from GD to Crip? How you went from modding skins on 3ds Max to being a gangster? Nobody knows me? All right, watch. I didn't make the covers. Bitch, sit back and watch, nigga. Now, where's your proof? How you went from GD to Crip? How you went from GD to Crip, bro? How you went from GD to Crip?
You're talking at the same time as cuz.
How you went from GD to Crip?
You're talking at the same time as cuz.
Nigga, you not gonna explain yourself? All you gonna open your mouth and say is some dumbass shit? You not gonna answer the question?
Talking, nigga. What the fuck did you talking
about? I'm gonna let you talk. How you went from GD to Crip?
How I went from GD to Crip? It happened.
Bro, what the?
He would also go on a beef with Iayze TG after Iayze attempted to call out Jace, calling him a clone and saying he stole his name. More notably, Jace would get into it with Twisty P. Twisty would take it a step too far when he mentioned Jace's daughter, prompting a response with the track Come Here, which went on to be one of his most popular songs, as well as put him on to producer Evasion 2K who we found on YouTube after searching Eddie Gianni and Jace type beat. This would eventually lead to tracks like Oh Lord and Get Low. While this beef ended with some positives for Jace, the same can't be said for Twisty P, who ended up getting jumped by Jace's crew. Although he said he's done with beef, he can still be seen talking about the situation with Cash Dami on IG Live after Cash Dami brought up his daughter. Jace called out Dami for being a fake gangster. This would prompt Jace to drop Not a Blood. While all these beefs were happening, Jace stayed consistent with the music, dropping 7 albums in 2021, as well as stating he shoots about 3 videos every 3 weeks. Not wanting to take his foot off the gas, Jace would come into 2022 hard, making contacts with Chippy Red and Rich the Kid, as well as dropping his long-awaited Virtuous project in 556 Screen Tip, which is quickly becoming his biggest song yet, and even prompting a DM from Offset of the Migos asking about the remix. Jace would also confirm a collab project with Can in the works. One thing is for sure, the story of Jace is far from finished. In fact, it's just getting started. The 19-year-old artist shows a lot of promise and potential, and you can bet as the story unfolds, we'll have the update. On behalf of Kult Classic, this has been the story of Jace. Until next time, peace.